In this presentation, I'll be walking you through how to perform a proper pre-flight inspection to make sure that your airplane is in a safe condition before your flight. No prior knowledge is necessary, however it will be easier for you to understand if you are somewhat mechanically inclined. A pre-flight inspection is an action in which the pilot walks around the airplane and looks for any abnormalities that could affect the safety of the flight. The Federal Aviation Administration requires that the pilot of the aircraft verifies that it is in a safe condition for flight before flying it. Before going out and starting the inspection on the plane, first we must inspect the airplane's maintenance records. If you are renting an airplane, the operator will more than likely have an easy method to show you when the required maintenance inspections were performed last and when they'll be due again. Now we can head out to the airplane. The plane should have a checklist. It will look something like this. This will be used so that you don't miss any items while you are inspecting the plane. Several documents must be on board of the airplane in order to be able to fly. This includes an airworthiness certificate and registration, which must be visible at all times, operating limitations, which are found in placards and inside of the pilot operating handbook, and a weight and balance that is also found inside of the pilot operating handbook. To correctly inspect the interior, you should have an instructor show you the location of the items on the checklist and how to operate them. Generally, you will turn on the battery switches, lower the flaps, check the lights, check the gas gauges, and turn the battery switch back off. This image shows how you should walk around the airplane to perform the pre-flight. Verify that all cargo doors are closed and latched. On the tail, verify all control surfaces move freely by moving them with your hands. Verify all bolts have a nut, and verify that the ground wires are not broken, as shown in the picture in the bottom right-hand corner. Check all of the antennas to verify none are broken off and none have been bent. Check for frost, dents, and cracks on the wings. Verify that all bolts and pins are not missing. Move the flaps with your hand and check that they have some play in them and that they are not binding. Check that the tip lights aren't burnt out. Look into the fuel vent, verify that it is not clogged, and check that the stall tab can be lifted with little effort. Visually inspect the tires to see that they are properly inflated. None of the cord lines should be showing on bald spots. Check that the brake pads are acceptable and that there is no brake fluid on the ground. Check the oleo strut is not compressed more than about the height of 4 fingers. Sump fuel from fuel sumps to check that there is no dirt or water in them, and then check the fuel level with the fuel stick. Check that the static port and pitot tube have both holes uncovered and are not clogged with ice or dirt. Check the oil the same way you would check it on your car. Consult the pilot operating handbook for the minimum oil level. Feel the propeller to check that there are no cracks. Test the tension of the alternator belt with your finger. Also, look inside of the engine compartment for bird's nest. You now have a general idea of how to run a pre-flight inspection. You're now one step closer to flying.